in color. The continuing story of Peyton Place. Starring Dorothy Malone as Constance Mackenzie, Ed Nelson as Michael Rossi, Ryan O'Neill as Rodney Harrington, Barbara Parkins as Betty Anderson, Tim O'Connor as Elliot Carson, Christopher Connolly as Norman Harrington, Patricia Morrow as Rita Harrington, James Douglas as Stephen Cord.
Rachel Wells has walked out of Doctor's Hospital, leaving the protection of Dr. Michael Rossi. Fearful, she's about to be returned to the custody of her guardian. To Rachel, any sight of a policeman could mean that her flight from her guardian is over.
Any luck?
Nope.
Well, we'll just have to keep looking. She hasn't committed any crime that I know of.
I know, but we've got our orders. I've got to go back to the station for a minute.
Right.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
All right.
Kind of a hard bed, huh?
Slept on harder.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's the same with pigeons. They'd like something fancy to eat, but they'll take whatever's handy.
You feed them every morning?
Almost. You know, there's something about growing old that makes pigeon fanciers out of people. I don't know what it is. I guess maybe the way they walk around, kind of slow and pecking like, makes you feel at home. It's all right. It's gone now. You know, I never could understand people that sleep late in the morning. They miss the nicest time of day. Like now, I'd have missed seeing you. Well, hello there, girl. That's a good girl. Look at here.
She's so nice. What's her name?
Girl. That's the only name she's got. Look here. Sit. Up. 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 Stay. Stay. Yeah. Up. Up. Up.
Who's he belong to?
Nobody and everybody. The owner left town.
Oh. You just left her?
Yeah, she does all right, don't you, girl? Folks around the square, they take turns feeding her.
I had a dog once. A setter named Rusty.
Oh.
He was beautiful. My aunt's husband hated him, though. He kept trying to make him a hunting dog. But Rusty didn't want to hunt. He was too gentle. You know, one day he brought home a baby bird in his mouth and he didn't even hurt him.
Well, I be darned. What happened to the dog?
Somebody poisoned him.
Oh.
My aunt's husband said that Al Schaefer did it. He thrashed Al within an inch of his life. But I don't think Al did it. Not really. My uncle didn't love that dog. He didn't even like him. I think he just wanted to tie into Al. No, I don't think Al poisoned Rusty.
It's hard to think of the kind of a man that'd poison a dog. You from these parts?
Just this side of the county line.
Well, Hastings, huh?
No, outside.
Farm girl. What's your name?
Rachel,
Eli.
how do you do?
How do? Now that we've been kind of proper introduced, I guess I could pay you a compliment. That's certainly a nice, potent scent that you have on. It smells pretty.
Oh, I like it, too. A friend of mine gave it to me.
Oh, from...
From here. Rita Harrington. Do you know her?
matter of fact, I do, yeah.
Oh. Is she around here?
Yeah, she works right over there at the drugstore. Why don't you go over and say hello?
No, I can't. My dress is crumpled.
Well, they're not very formal at the drugstore.
No, I don't want to. But would you go and tell her I'd like to see her? Please?
All right. You going to stay here? You can wait in that old store if you like. I run it.
Thanks.
Bye, girl.
I just hope you never land a client with a passion for skydiving.
I haven't landed Tomlinson yet.
Well, you better. That's the least he owes you for getting you up at dawn on Saturday just to knock a little white ball around in a big green field.
I'll be lucky if I don't knock the little white ball into the big white sand trap. You know, I wasn't exactly raised on golf, you know.
Well, ask Mr. Tomlinson to give you a few pointers. That'll flatter him.
Not bad having the bank president for a client.
Mm-hmm.
She said admiringly.
What time will you be finished playing today?
11:30 or so.
There's an auction today over at White River beginning at 11. Thank you.
Too bad I can't make it.
I just want to bid on one thing, lot number 17. They won't get to it for at least an hour.
And what is lot number 17?
The desk we never could find for your study. Listen. 17, Governor Winthrop desk, solid cherry wood with original brass fittings, some scratches, upper right drawer pull dented but fixable. Stephen, you've always wanted one.
Scratches and all?
We could say it's a family heirloom. Hey, I thought you liked antique hunting.
Once in a while.
Just once in a while.
Well, I'm a man, you're a woman.
Do tell.
When a man thinks about hunting, he means something with antlers, not drawer pulls.
Oh, what no happy home should be without a moose head over the mantelpiece. Hey. Stephen, what's wrong?
I don't want to put any more of ourselves into this place. The more we make a home of it, the harder it'll be to give it up.
Give it up?
We have to, Betty.
Oh, Stephen, I know how much this house means to you.
What it meant. I took pride in it. But now it's robbing me of my pride.
You feel this way today, but once the hearing's over, you might feel differently.
I can't go on living in a house that my mother's paid for and have any respect for myself.
Oh, Stephen, don't do anything you'll regret later.
Oh, look. We'll buy another place. Somehow I'll swing it. Maybe up in the ridge. And then we'll go hunting for a desk. Anything you want. I can afford it. Even if I don't land Tomlinson, I've already picked up a couple of good accounts. There'll be more.
I wasn't thinking about where we'd live.
I don't want to owe my mother anything.
Stephen, you can't help that. She's still your mother.
There's Mike Rossi.
Come in, Mal. Morning. Listen, thanks for seeing me. I know you're waiting to get out on the golf game and everything.
With Mr. Tomlinson, no less.
Nothing like having your wife at your own bragging?
Yeah.
Sit down and I'll pour you some coffee.
Look, don't go to any trouble. I just want a couple of answers to some questions,
all right.
that's all.
I told you on the phone, Mike, I'm not an expert on the subject of guardianship.
Well, I can appreciate that. Look, the girl I'm talking about is the one that Norman and Rita found and brought over to the hospital.
What's she done now? Oh, I ran into Nurse Choate in the market.
Oh, I bet those stories gained quite a bit in the telling, huh?
What's the problem?
Well, you see, both her parents are dead.
Then this man Chandler's our only living relative.
Yeah, as far as we know.
Well, he's probably it. What did you say her name was?
Rachel. Rachel's her name.
Rachel. If Rachel is still a minor. You say he's an uncle by marriage?
Yeah. You see, and there's a big history there of mistreatment.
If he hasn't shown up yet, my guess is Rachel's seen the last of Uncle Chandler. He didn't want the responsibility, so he took off.
Well, I wish you were right, but it isn't likely. You see, he has to take care of the farm. Also, there's a farm woman that lives nearby that thinks, well, he'll be back to claim her.
Claim her? That's a pretty odd term.
Well, they're odd people. They live kind of isolated up there, you know.
Well, Mike, maybe your gossipy farm woman just didn't like Chandler.
Well, maybe, but she doesn't impress me as the gossiping type, you see. I don't want to keep you any longer, Stephen. What I want to know is, assuming that Mrs. Burroughs is right, I mean, if anything can be done.
By whom?
Or by the juvenile authorities. I mean, if someone brings it to their attention.
Well, assuming that the story is true and that Rachel is a minor and that her wicked uncle turns up, you can attempt to convince the authorities that he's an unfit guardian, if he is her guardian.
How would one go about doing that?
You look in the county records.
Wouldn't it be better if a lawyer was...
Anyone can do it. All it takes is patience and good eyesight.
Yeah, but if it comes up in court...
You petition them to appoint a more suitable guardian. It's really a very simple procedure.
All right, let me be frank about this. I was kind of hoping if it came up to court that you might volunteer your services. The girl doesn't have any money.
Well, let's talk about it then. Look, I'm sorry to run on you like this, Mike, but if you're late with Tomlinson once, you don't get a second chance. Give the doctor another cup of coffee, baby.
All right.
I'll try to be back early.
See you later. A little more coffee in your cream, Doctor.
Yes, sir. Maybe I ought to have somebody taste this for me, make sure it's not poisoned, eh?
Don't pick on my husband.
Well, nobody likes to get brushed off.
Stephen has things on his mind. The hearing's taken a lot out of him.
Yeah, but it has.
I guess it hasn't been too easy for you either, has it?
Well,
I wonder why it is that some people learn to accept the past while others spend their whole life fighting it.
and they always choose such odd weapons, if you're talking about Stephen.
Well, maybe when this hearing's over, when Stephen's feelings about his mother... I don't know.
He'll find some other lash to drive himself with.
Why do you say that?
Well, men who have to have success always find some reason to get it, that's all. You know, Betty, my New York practice was loaded with Stephens. Rising young professionals obsessed with winning the rat race. Well, the trouble is, the first prize with that kind of race usually is a heart attack by the time they're 40. Listen, that was good coffee.